Hey, what's up, my YouTube fam? I'm back. This is Larry with the Best Credit Repair Channel. Today, we're going to be talking about how do you identify a good credit repair company from a bad credit repair company. I'm going to hit you with a couple of tips today just to kind of go over. The reason I'm doing this email because I get emails all the time. I get people who discovered the channel, came to me and talked about, hey, I hired somebody for my credit. I was with these people for 8 months. I didn't get anything deleted, but I was steady paying them every single month. Or I was with them for 8 months, 9 months, a year. I've only got one thing deleted. Bad communication. You try to call them, text them. They didn't respond to your emails, all of that type of stuff. Or I get emails with somebody, or I've actually talked to somebody, said, man, I paid this person $2,500 to fix my credit and it didn't get anything done, or got very little done. I said, was it worth the $2,500? They said no. So I want to kind of go over some things y'all need to know when you're dealing with the credit repair company. So the first thing you need to do is, if you find somebody you want to work on your credit, first question I would ask, I'm a credit repair. First I ask, what report do you get to obtain information on what's disputed? And do you give a free credit analysis and explain to me, based on my credit report, what would be your strategies, what is reporting inaccurate, and what is the chances of you getting this deleted off my credit report? That would be the first question I would ask, because it says a lot. It says a lot about the credit repair company, that they're not trying to charge you up front. They're not trying to, just charge you before they give you any kind of information. For me, I want to talk to you. I want to tell you what I see. I'm going to be upfront and honest with you. I will tell you that is not going to, the chances of me getting that deleted is based on how I'm looking at it. It's reporting accurate. The thing y'all need to understand as a consumer, when you're looking, you got to look at, is it reported accurate, inaccurate? Meaning, is it complete? Is it accurate? And is it verifiable? That's what the credit bureaus want to know. Because the credit bureaus will turn around and say, if there's any other issues beside that, you have to take it up with the creditor. Second question. Now, if we can't get it, do you only dispute with the credit bureaus, or do you actually go after the original creditors for information that is reported inaccurate? You have to ask that question, because some places say, no, we just dispute with the credit bureaus. Now, remember, it is the creditor's responsibility under Section 623, 1681 S2, that they are responsible for the accuracy of your account. So that is, you could sue the creditor because you have informed them through an indirect dispute that they verified as accurate. You could actually go after the creditor because they did not correct your credit report. So there are things that you need to do. So those are the first two questions I'm going to ask. Are you going to go after the original creditor? Because there is a process. You have to first dispute with the credit bureaus, and then you're going to turn around and do a method of verification with the credit bureaus. And then once that stuff comes back as accurate, now you could challenge the creditor and do a direct dispute with the creditor, saying that I sent in a dispute. It was your responsibility to update, correct the inaccuracy on his report. You failed to do so. So at this point, they're in a violation. They have to mark the account as being disputed. So all of those things you need to do. Question number 3. Do you send off the letters? Do you mail the letters to me? How do you dispute? Are you doing everything and I don't do anything? Or are you doing? Me personally, I prefer educating. I feel like I want to be more of a mentor and educate you. So yes, if I'm gonna do the letters, but I'm gonna send them to you because you need to know what I'm disputing. You need to understand what those dispute letters are, what the dispute. Some credit bureaus don't want you to have that. I mean, excuse me, some credit repair companies don't want you to know what they're putting on a dispute. For me, I want to know. It may just be a template that you just send it in. Are you addressing my issues? Are you tailoring that dispute to what I have going on? Those are questions you definitely need to ask. All right. Fourth question. Okay, do you help me establish and rebuild my credit? Along with trying to remove the negative things, are you going to guide me in certain steps to rebuild my credit? Some credit repair companies may not do that. They may just want to dispute. But remember, just because a negative item comes off your credit report doesn't always mean it affects your credit score. It all depends. How old is that account? The older the account is, the less impactful the score is. Yes, a new creditor won't be able to see that negative information, but it doesn't always mean it's going to affect your score. So be careful when people tell you they can raise your score X amount of points just because stuff gets deleted. That is not always the truth. It all depends on the account. I had a bankruptcy. I got it removed, like it was a chapter 13. I got it removed a year before it was going to take it off. A year before it was taken off. And when it came off, my score did not jump 1 point because it was so old. But it just showed to a new creditor that I at some point filed a bankruptcy, right? So you have to remember everything that's on your credit report that's negative, depending on the age of the negative, may have an effect on your score. Now, if it's something new, yes, it's going to have an effect. It's recent. But as they get 3, 4, 5, 6 years old, it has less score impactful. So a credit repair company can't, that if they know what they're doing, they can look and say, hey, you have a lot of old accounts. Now, I don't know how much, even if we removed all this, how much it's going to raise your credit score. They should be looking at what have you done in recent times, like what credit have you added, what's your utilization, what is your on-time payment. All that would tell you if you're gonna get a huge jump or you may just get a minimum jump. So they may look and say, oh yeah, I could raise, if I delete these 5 negative items, I could raise your credit score 125 points. It may not be 125 points. I would tell you it's not 125 because most of the accounts are old accounts. Those are things your credit repair company should be talking to you when they're doing an evaluation of your credit. Not just going and telling you what can be deleted. They need to be talking to you about, okay, these are old accounts. We may get them deleted, but how impactful it is for your score, it could be 30 to 40 points just based on the other information that you have on your credit report. So there's a lot of different variables when you're trying to deal with a credit repair company, right? Are they the experts? How accessible are you? Do I have to contact you through email only? Can I call you? How are the ways that I can contact you if there's any issues or I want an update on what's going on, right? How long does it take you to get back to me if I email you or call you or text you? You got to ask all of those questions when you're trying to take on, maybe you don't have the time and you want to take on somebody that's going to do, you want to have somebody that's going to do the credit repair for you. The next thing, how much do you charge, right? Do you charge monthly? Do you charge, do you do for every deletion? You have to ask, what do you charge? What is in your budget for you to get in? But make sure whatever your budget is that you're getting back what you're putting into it. Remember, value comes from what you're getting back. So if you're paying $200 a month and you're getting this much value, in reality, you're losing so much. The value that you're paying is more than $700-800 because you're getting little value back in what you're spending. So Try to find somebody that's going to give you back the value and be honest with you. The main thing with some these credit repair companies, they're just not honest. I'm not talking about anybody. I'm just telling you from people I've talked to, and I'm just telling some of them are not. I've watched. Listen, next thing I'm going to tell you, do your research. I know sometimes you don't have the time, you got a family, kids, job, but take a little time and do your research. See what they can do. Now, the next thing, the last thing I want to tell you is credit repair, no matter who you hire, still falls on you because you have to do the work. You can't do, a lot of times people get in and do these, credit repair, and then you get a client and then the client wants all this stuff, but they're not doing their part. Still making late payments, not taking care of paying stuff when they do. You have to be prepared for credit repair. You have to say, hey, I got to make it work. I can't now make no mistakes. There is no excuse. I have to do what I have to do to move. Listen, I tell all my clients, your credit report is worth $100,000. And if you don't look at it that way, you're looking at it the wrong way. It's the access to money. That is your ticket to get the access to money. It's like somebody walk up to you and give you a winning lottery ticket. All you got to do is go cash it in, but you don't take it serious. You throw it to the side. Next thing you know, you lose the lottery ticket. Listen, that is the access to money. I don't care what nobody tell you. There's tons of information out there. Social media, everybody's talking about funding, all this. Listen, all of them are going to want to look at that credit report for big money. Don't let nobody tell you not, you're going to get all this money and they're not going to look at your personal credit. If you believe that, man, there's some land in Alaska for you. They all are going to look at your credit report. So understand what you're doing, who you're talking to, understand what your expectation is, and let them be honest with you. Listen, I don't want you to tell me anything. I want you to be straight up and honest with me, because that's how I roll. I've told clients, I can't get that off. To me, I go over, that's why I do a free credit analysis. That's why I go over the credit reports with them. Because I'm going to say, I want you to look at everything that I'm looking at. Is that wrong? No, that's not wrong. Did you open it that day? Yes, I opened it that day. Do you owe this back? Yes, I learned. Okay, the payment history is correct. Last date activity. Everything on there is just, now, how could I dispute that? How could I physically put together a good dispute letter for that? So for me, I'm going to come back and say, now we need to come into some other. Now I can dispute it to see if the creditor may see something wrong, and then they may just push the delete button. But I'm going to let the client know the chances of this getting deleted just doing a dispute is probably 10%. But I'm not telling you to leave that alone. Let's look at some other ways where we can still move your credit in the right direction. Because there is a way to keep moving your credit report in the right direction so you can start building your credit report, right? So it's all about your credit repair companies being honest with you and you understanding what's in front of you and not putting anything off. If you have to, but you have to be ready for credit repair. Some accounts you're going to have to pay. You're going to have to settle those accounts. Some accounts you can settle them and get them off. Some accounts you can get off. Some accounts you be able to dispute off. But you got to be ready for the whole entire circle. You can't just take half the pie and think you're going to get the score or the results that you want so you can start building your credit report. So, hey, if you have any other questions, I just want to come on here and give a brief, short video because I think these are things that you need to know when hiring a credit repair company, somebody that's going to work on your credit. Ask the hard questions. Ask to be, I need somebody that's going to communicate with me. I need somebody that's going to tell me what's going on. All of that. Don't let people tell you it's easy. It is not easy because we have to deal with the credit bureau that is an automated system. But if you understand the Fair Credit Reporting Act or the Fair Debt Collection Practice Act, how Metro 2 operates, if you understand that outside of that, there are other areas that you can go about debt collection letters, the language in letters. There are so many other ways and different strategies to get stuff removed off your credit report. But a good credit repair company knows all of that. They know if you if you have some medical debt and you're under a certain poverty level and you go to a hospital that's not a private hospital, that there is a certain things that you could do that to help you with assistance on your medical debt, so you don't be $10,000 in medical debt and you can't even afford the medical payment. There are so many different strategies out there. There's so much other information out there that you can look up. Yes, we talk about late payments. Yeah, there are late payments out there, but some people pay people to get late payments and they can't get them off. The reason why? Because they're not letting people, the credit repair company, because I'm getting tongue tied, I'm getting too excited over here. The credit repair company is not being honest on the way that you can get it removed, right? And they're not being honest to say, hey, this late payment is 4 years old. It's not affecting your score, but yes, if a creditor see it, they may use that as terms to either not give you as much, especially if you're dealing for a credit card, how much give you as much credit, or they may deny you. Yeah, but at least be honest with them about that. But don't let them out. Yeah, I can get that removed. 4 months later, it's still on the credit report. So they have to be honest, and you have to be able to accept the honesty. Quit trying to find something that you may not be able to find, and after you did it, you spend thousands of dollars when you could have used that to take care of settled debt and be moving your credit in the right direction. But hey, I appreciate you. I didn't say like and subscribe, but I'm saying it now. Like and subscribe. Please hit the thumbs up if you like this video. I told you I'm going to be coming on doing more videos. I got some credit building tips I'm going to be bringing to my next few videos. Again, if you're interested in a free credit analysis, hey, I'm giving back. I'm giving it back. If you're interested in my master dispute package, shoot me an email. I'll put the email. It's also in my description. I'm very accessible. Anybody, when you email me, it's going to have my email. It's going to have my number in there, all of that. You could pick up anybody that's watching this video that talk to me. They'll tell you, he will sit on the phone for an hour and really break it down to you, right? Break it down and be honest. This channel ain't about clicks. This channel is not about clicks. This channel is about getting y'all the right information and keeping it real with you. So I appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and I'm out.